This is Dan from the Urban Survival and Prepping Podcast. Welcome to the show. Okay, so there's been a massive event of some kind. Doesn't matter what it was. The point being that there has been a societal collapse. It's been quite a while. There are people milling around outside. There are people who have good intentions and bad intentions. How do you find out which is which? How do you approach these people without seeming so aggressive that you may force a conflict where otherwise there may not have been one? Because every situation will not call for you having a full squad or your full patrol engaging in stopping a group of people or a individual person who happens to be wandering somewhere near your retreat location. And there is a method that has been used by the military and other organizations that has proven to work well in winning the hearts and minds of strange people who may want to kill you. And we're going to talk about those. For the purpose of this video, we'll call this group the Meet and Greet Squad. Basically, what it would be is a three-man team purposely built to interdict and interact with any group or individuals that are found to be coming close to your retreat area before they get into a range where they can become a danger. This group of people would have to be specifically chosen because they would have to have a temperament that would allow them to deal with a stressful situation, allow them to deal with probably unruly people without the knee-jerk reaction of hands going towards holsters or weapons coming to the ready, but also capable of using the amount of force that would be necessary if the situation escalated to that need. And more importantly, the wisdom and discernment to be able to tell when that time is and when that time is not. Secondarily, this group would have the job of interacting with those groups and gleaning whatever intelligence they could glean from them as far as where they are coming from, where they're heading, and anything they may have seen that would be of interest to your retreat group in their travels to you. This group would also be supplied with extra rations of water, easily consumed food that they can use to help break the ice, to be able to get people to begin talking, to settle down, that type of thing. And again, this is where the training of these people and their ingrained temperament and patience must come in, because they have to be able to de-escalate situations to the point that people begin to feel somewhat at ease enough to begin speaking and to gain intelligence from them and find out what their plans are. It would also be good if one of the members had at least a rudimentary training in first aid, the ability to bandage a wound, to clean out a cut, to offer that type of simple care, because this again will work to de-escalate a situation and make people more likely to tell you what is really going on. And all the intelligence you can gather can do nothing but help your retreat or your group. The third person's sole responsibility would be communications. They would be in constant communications contact with your patrol, who should be close by in case the situation gets out of hand, and secondly with your home base. Your communications man would be constantly relaying information to your home base and in constant contact with your patrol. He would be relaying pertinent information about any actionable intelligence, the makeup of your group, and the possible professions before the collapse of the members of this small group. And to be clear, in case I had not been, this three-man team would only approach a small group or an individual in a solo aspect. If it was a larger group, you would want to position your patrol on either side of the group out of sight so that there could be an instant reaction if the situation escalated to deem that necessary. And after you've gleaned all the intelligence that you think you can glean, all the information that you can find out, and you know as much about these people as you can, it becomes decision time. That's where this group would report back to their home base, as they have been doing continuously, for a decision on whether these people should be turned about, sent on their way some other direction, or be allowed to continue on their way. At no time should this group ever give out the location of your retreat, and at no time should they make any invitations to people to come to the retreat without the approval and direction of whoever would be in charge of making those decisions for your retreat or your group. This is a quite serious decision, because once you invite them into your retreat or your group, they're yours. You have to make sure they're fed, clothed, and able to work and do the things that you need to do in order for them to be productive members of your retreat. You put yourself into that situation where you could be in that catch-22, where if they choose they want to leave, can you actually allow them to leave? They've been to your location, they know what you have. Can you trust them to go without telling anybody else where you are, what you have, and possibly causing an escalation of violence on your retreat by some unknown group? Or can you force them to stay? And if you force them to stay, then you have a prisoner that you can't do anything with other than feed and keep them alive. So it's a very serious decision that has to be thought out, and it has to be something definitive. So I've rambled on for a little while here, and I'm going to take a little short break. But until next time, this is Dan from Dan's Urban Survival and Prepping. Until next time, guys,